Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, world. I am Splatzloki, also known as Anonymous Zero. Today I bring you Splatzloki Initiative 006. We're all homeless. Me, myself, I am a veteran, and I was and am homeless. So I guess by definition that makes me a homeless veteran. I'm also living in exile, but that's a story for another day. I lived literally on the streets for 7 years. Slept in 4-foot snow drifts and worse. Now I have a room rented for me. But since I can't get that roof for myself, should my patron take it away from me, I will instantly return to those streets. And so I consider myself technically still homeless. Recently I tried my hand at crowdfunding, and it's been a pretty miserable failure. I've had some donations and they've been generous and kind, but they've been few and far between. There hasn't been much support. But then I started thinking, they've got more bills than I do. They've got more debt than I do. And they've got more people depending on them than I do. If they miss 3 months of payments for any reason, then they're homeless. Not only would they be homeless, but their paper trail would mean that it would be harder for them to climb out of homelessness than it would be for me. And I'm having an impossible time of it. So then I started mulling it over. Where are they? In my studies, I've run into certain walls. One was, why doesn't the government keep stats on how many John Does and Jane Does die annually? How many total empty space is in the Supermax facilities nationwide? Are all of them full? How many people are modern day slaves, making less than minimum wage, enslaved by the porn industry, or migrant workers being shot at by militia, hunted by immigration, and paid little if anything? I read one stat that said homeless deaths in the US are approximately 160,000 a year. Another stat said that in a year, the victims of human trafficking in the US number 40,000. That's 200,000 off the top. And it doesn't include all the people who are locked up, or any of the other stats that I mentioned. And that's what awaits you if you fall out of the bottom. So you're homeless, just like me. You may not be ruthless, but the slightest hiccup and you're toast. At that point, you'll be playing the sickest game of Russian roulette you can imagine. I'm sorry for all of us. But having survived falling out of the bottom myself, I'll tell you this. I have time on my hands. So, if you have only $1 to give, consider donating it to me. 'Cause I'm Steve McQueen. And I'm digging out of here with a spoon if I have to. The odds are, I can bring some of you with me. But even if I don't make it, you'll know to keep digging. Here's to hoping. This has been Splatzloki Initiative 006. We're all homeless.